Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming here today. Very, very good to see everybody. Rowdy crowd. First things first, there's something really cool right out of the gate here. At the end of the podcast, we have a foursome open for the Breezy Open tomorrow. Okay, a lot of stuff coming your way. So, foursome is open for tomorrow. At the end of the podcast, you're going to head over to the table there. We're going to be raffling that off. And it doesn't stop there. After that, we're going to be giving away a raffle as well. 5 different people, 5 different Callaway clubs. So that ain't so bad. Clap it up for that. Wow. Not so bad. A lot coming your way. It's like the Price is Right up here. We're going to be bringing them in left and right. So, again, at the end of the podcast, head on over there. If you have any sort of drink whatsoever in your hand, some of us don't here, we must, out of the gate here, give a big toast. Joey D, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Woo!
Nice.
The moment of a lifetime. We're all going to touch on it a little bit, but can't happen to a better guy. I'm talking about myself, of course. No, but for real, just an incredible moment. So if you have whatever it is, I'll pass this around. Ladies and gentlemen, to Joey D. Of course.
Two times.
Good times. I'll drink some of that.
Your
I'll drink a little
thoughts,
of that.
Joseph, out of the gate on the hole-in-one. People want to hear.
Oh, no.
There you go. People want to hear from you, Joseph. Your thoughts on the hole-in-one.
You put a Twitter post up today that was like, if you would have told us, or if you would have put a bet down the Vegas live odds of you and I hitting a hole-in-one in less than 2 months, it'd be like 150 million to 1. I think it's higher. I think the fact that happened, and I'll say that Bob's was unbelievable to experience that. And we always, would be like kind of hyping each other up, be like, today's the day, we're gonna get one. And like FP's normally the one that we get excited for when he gets on the tee box and like he just miss or it'd roll by. And so we kind of got accustomed to like seeing it not go in, that when Bob hit his and we saw the ball disappear, and no offense, Bob, prior to that, you'd played probably a stretch of some of the worst golf I've ever seen.
It's true.
True.
So I don't think we had any expectation for that to go in. And then when that happened, it was like, holy shit, we got a hole-in-one on the channel. So at that point, then we're just playing with free money. And I did say, and hand to God, I said to Bob, I was like, I do feel like I got one coming. And I don't know why I would say that, but I feel like I've been playing a little bit better than terrible. I've had some close calls, even that same day that Bob got his. If you watch that video on the 17th hole, it was the last hole of the bear trap, I actually almost dunked one. I didn't realize how close it was until Jet showed me the divot, and I was like, holy shit, like people would have thought that was AI for sure. But then, it was like one of those things where, I was kind of getting close call. I went on a trip recently to Philly for a golf trip, and I played an awesome course. Almost got one, and I thought I just like missed, and I was so upset, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get one, and it's gonna be on camera, and it's gonna be epic. And I think I just kind of told myself to not make myself feel too bad. So when that thing went in, I still am kind of in shock because I saw the ball go long and like go past the hole. And I just simply, I don't have backspin. I don't have English. I don't have that kind of shot in the bag. So to see it go back and in, I was like, I'm going to be the first person on the green. I have to see the ball with my own eyes. Not that I don't trust Tick, but like I was like, I got to see that ball in that hole, and I don't think I've run that fast in years. It's just it's a miracle that I didn't pull a hamstring or something. But man, it was unbelievable. And then trying to keep it under wraps for 3 weeks was probably really just one of the tougher things to do because it's like you immediately just want to tell everyone you know.
By the way, he didn't keep it under wraps at all.
Not at all. That's a false narrative.
That night, I sent him the video, and I was like, just don't send this to anybody. We went on his bachelor party. everybody, all of his Canadian friends were
Jack-
like,
but
"Yo,
Jack-
the sick
he
hole in
didn't-
one,
he
bro."
didn't send it to anyone. He just showed it to him.
Right,
It's different, Jack.
That could have been
But you
bad.
manifest. I think that's called manifesting, Joe.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I've never been able to figure out what that word means, but I think that's what that
That's
is.
what he did,
Is
yeah.
you just pictured it, and then Bob, I'm sure the same way. Like once you get it, you sort of get up to par threes, and you feel like it should happen every time. And you swing better. Like you've hit better shots, I feel like, on par threes. You too. Like since then, it's just like this expectation. You know it's possible. It's happened.
Yeah.
Bank's open. You know what I mean? The bank's open.
Like now, anything that's close to the hole, or I think it's going in. Yeah. Yeah.
We've kind of been spoiled now to the point where it's like we think. I actually think we're gonna get another one, but
You know what? My turn.
yeah, it sure
got
is.
that.
man.
You got that.
And you know what? That's the highest odds. That's the best odds in the book right now to come.
The
So
amount of people too that like we would go to different courses or even PJ National, they'd be like, "Oh, Joe was just in there showing us the hole in one," and I'm like, "Jesus Christ!"
it was
like,
the head guy for the course. Like
It's
I
always-
So tough to keep it under wraps all those weeks.
Bro, we're almost at 3 years on the show. That's the only time he's ever checked up a ball with a wedge.
it's
Only
crazy.
time.
I'm so happy that their hole-in-ones were shots that they're like you're proud of.
Yes.
Like a lot of hole-in-ones, it's all luck. Like there's infinite amount of points around a golf hole that are great golf shots. And a lot of people make their hole-in-ones hitting some just bad shots. Just sculled. Yeah, well, I bet yours was nice, right? It's a nice piece.
don't know.
My only
Youngman's
one was
got two.
That Butler pitch and putt.
I do have two, not to brag, but one was thinned unbelievably,
That's how
but
they
it rolled
go
up.
down, dude. They hit the front of the green, they pop
Yeah.
up.
The
You're
other
like,
one-
oh, that's over,
yeah.
and then you're looking around the green. You go to the hole like 10 minutes later. You're like, oh shit, it's in the hole. So that because you both got to anticipate like a proud golf shot.
Yeah.
Like if it had gone in for a bad shot, I feel like the attitude leading in would have been like a little different. Is that true? Do you think that's true?
Yeah, like I had the one against we were playing foreplay before
Oh,
the hole in
yeah.
one where like I sculled it went into the bunker, like hit a trash can, came back and almost went in, and then I realized, yeah, you would want the one where actually you hit it nice. If that ball went in, it would have been the most Bob to Sports thing of all time.
Of course. Would you have felt differently when that came out? Would you been like, I mean, it went in, but the comments would be different, right? Like,
yeah.
like
you know
shitty
what?
ass
It would have been
shot,
very on
can't believe That
brand.
went in the hole.
The other thing too is seeing the ball go in the hole. It's
tight.
Is like I know like it's
tight.
a cool feeling. And FP, you told me that you've had one where you didn't even know the ball was in the hole until you got up to the hole, which is still very cool. But like that whole moment leading up to getting to the green, that running, the Bob falling, Perez running with salami in his hands. I mean, like that almost is
We had a
as good
challenge.
as the actual.
We had a fucking challenge to do, boys. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean he was taking one for the team.
We also got to give a little credit to the pop.
Oh,
First
yeah,
of all,
the pop is
100%.
First of all, he saw the ball. Good job with that.
I was gonna come at you for that.
Second, he had the presence of mind to catch that like run from a different angle, and that was pretty
That
special.
picture
It's all time.
of
Cutsy
like
running.
the Mighty
All time.
Ducks flying V with
Yeah.
Joseph up front is one of the
all time.
best
Well, the
picks
thing
I've ever
about
seen.
Bob's hole-in-one that I don't blame the Jet at all for missing the shot is he's so used
I
to
do.
Bob. He's so used to Bob just being
How did
about
we end
10
up going
feet away
here?
from the hole that he
You're
was
on-
like,
you're
well,
on-
surely it's not going to be by the hole. I got to point it over here.
You know what, though?
And then it
Guys on T-box duty, dude.
If-
Guys on T-box.
That's where I belong.
It ain't for you, dog.
That's where I belong.
Me and you talked about it, that with Jet missing mine, and he's so lackadaisical when the ball's in the hole. He just got it like this. If that happened to you or Jensen, he would have
boy.
been giving you so much shit for that.
Of course. When I was first hired, he was like, listen, you're going to edit, you're going to do a bunch of things, you're going to film, but really you're hired to keep the camera on the hole for a hole-in-one. That's really your job. You're a hole-in-one guy.
Listen, you're absolutely right. In fairness to me, like Cutsy said, Bob was on a shank streak like nobody's ever seen. And
Excuses,
there were people on the tee box next to, so I was kind of just trying to make sure I wasn't going to kill him. But hey, hand up. That's on me.
There we go.
You know?
We're fine. He's good. He's
I'm
let
back.
He was like, your title is editor-producer, but really it's hole-in-one guy.
I did say that.
Hole-in-one.
And God forbid it was Jensen. Jensen, you got to get ready for
Yeah,
Bandon, dude.
Buckle up, Jensen.
This guy's
getting some
gonna be
cardio
running
in, brother.
green to green, and that camera better stay on that hole, or else they'll be held to pay from the jet.
Also, too, I after you drilled one, I wanted to make sure that you held on to the ball. I didn't realize how big of a deal that was going to be after I minded. People were like blaming Perez, like it was Perez's fault for not telling me to hold on to the ball. But yeah, I wanted to make sure you held on to that.
I
thing
actually
real
had
tight.
the ball in the tee box. I don't know if I was going to shoot. I hadn't grabbed a club. But when you said that, I went immediately and put it in my bag, like in a pocket that I knew I wouldn't grab. But yeah, it's. I think part of it, and I can actually kind of associate with you, is you're not thinking about that. Like, there's so many different things going through your head. The last thing you're thinking about is holding on to the ball. I mean, Bob's ball's still out there somewhere.
Where's the ball now? Where'd you put it? What'd you do with it?
Nicole
your
got
underwear
me a
drawer?
really cool case, and it's in the case in my bedroom. I'm gonna put in the office, and then the PGA National was nice enough. They got Bob and I a plaque each, so I'm gonna have the plaque and then the ball next to it, which is gonna be super cool once I get that set up. So, but yeah, Bob saved that ball because it potentially you never know. It's just like it's almost like playing golf after. I don't know. It's really tough, especially when it's on the second hole, and especially after when you still have a food challenge to do. That was fucking
wild.
terrible. But yeah, it's like you get this euphoric high that like you're just ready to like walk. It's like a walk-off home run. You're just ready to walk off the course, and then it's like, oh, I guess we got to keep playing a match against Grant that he's gonna wax our ass in.
And he did.
Yeah, he sure did.
Spoiler alert,
sure
he did.
Damn.
But yeah, it was unbelievable. Plus, too, like, I mean, and anything, like, you guys always see the bad shots as well. The fan base you have, you guys to see how excited even people were for Joe throughout the day. It's a testament to you guys. It really is. It's different, and we love you guys for it, and truly, truly just an unbelievable moment.
Good shots happen to good people, Joseph.
There you go.
Ah.
By the way, and the last thing I want to speak.
Speaking of fucking not good people,
Yeah, I think I know where you're going. We found out at about 2:00 the other day, and he hated us for
Yesterday.
it. But yes, yesterday.
Yesterday.
That it was Jet's birthday. And
scumbag.
which,
my birthday.
by the way, is without a doubt the most Jet thing of all time. To literally not, because I would have liked to do something for you. Birthday, we always do gifts, some sort of. It's the most you thing of all time to not say anything, and then almost be pissed that we found out.
Well,
He thought he was going to get away with it. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to fly under the radar. Listen, I'm just not a big birthday guy. I think everybody's got one, so it's not that special. With that being said, when we were on the airplane, so Ticket texted me and he said happy birthday, and I was like thanks, and then he's like, don't worry, I won't tell anybody. And I was like, okay, good, no funny shit, Tick. And then I was like, it's okay, I said you can tell people, just no funny shit. And he told you guys, and you proceeded to do funny shit.
Sure.
And you bagged me, but you did tag me, so I was cool with that. I got bagged. All three of you bagged me online.
Turtle
but they
from
provided a
Entourage.
tag, so it was good. Yeah, and out of nowhere,
Yeah.
he bagged me as well. But it ended up being a good birthday. I got a lot of nice messages out of it, a lot of mean messages. But it was good. There was a lot of like, happy birthday, you scumbag. Like, there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
But that's just that's kind of the tone that they've
But I
just,
think
like,
they were doing it out of love. Like, I think when you set
Right.
your people onto me,
Yeah.
I had a lot of messages like super nice, super mean.
On Jet's Cameo, people will just request him to like tell them to fuck off.
That's
so
the
like
whole
all of
thing.
his cameos, just people asking
That's
for
the
him
whole
to say
thing.
just about
Feel free to buy one after the show.
But without further ado, Jet, I told you made it a lot worse on yourself. I'd like everybody to please stand up and sing happy birthday to Jet as loud as
Yeah, dude,
humanly
sorry, dude.
possible
It's funny
on my
business, dude.
go.
yeah,
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yamin. Happy birthday to you. Hey!
Fuck all of you, but thank you. Thank you so much.
I thought you loved the ice cream cake.
You got to blow out the
Strawberry
candle,
ice cream
dog.
cake.
Yeah,
blow-
you gotta make a wish.
gotta blow
Okay,
it
I
out.
made a wish. I made a wish.
He's gonna wish death
make a
upon
wish.
us all.
Oh, you waited too long.
The
dog.
the
That
devil,
can't be
the
a good
devil blew
omen,
that
dude.
shit out, dude.
It cannot
The
be a
devil
good
blew that
omen.
shit out. That's
Yeah,
fucked up.
my hole in one ain't coming, dude. That's not good. Oh no.
Not to put you on the spot, just what do you wish for?
Just happiness for everybody in the crew. Just like Bob does sports to the moon. Just the classic shit,
Good.
How
Fair
about a
enough.
hole in one for Yaman?
I'm not gonna wish for. Listen, I wish much success for all of us. How about that?
You know what I was
You
thinking
didn't
too?
do any of that.
By the way, it's the most cutsy thing of all time. Like nobody goes to the course or be like, I'm hitting a hole in one today. Like that's the most gutsy thing of all time to sense that a hole in one is coming too, and then drill it. It really is.
It's beautiful.
And then moving on, which you're probably happy about. Another announcement we want to talk about, something that to keep an eye on that I think is going to be really cool. I'm sorry for the caddy that you're going to have, but Perez is going to tell you what to expect coming soon with the Creator Cup.
Oh, the Creator Cup. So some cool thing I think the tour came up with Wednesday of the Tour Championship, back 9 at Eastlake. So we're going to be tearing that thing up before the pros get out there. We're doing a little shootout live stream on YouTube. I think it's the PGA Tour's YouTube channel. It's going to be a bunch of guys from different channels. I think some Dude Perfect guys are involved, some guys from Good, Grant, Micah, usual suspects, and somehow my fat ass snuck into this thing too. I'm gonna try to just get 9 holes, dude. 18 clearly didn't work in Myrtle Beach, and that's okay. But maybe 9's my game. And I got Bob on the bag, so the vibes will be there. The yardages will not. But I think we can. I don't know. It's going to be a cool thing. When I heard about it, I was super stoked. I don't know if the Myrtle Beach thing maybe spurred this on a little bit for them, but the fact that it's live, I think when the Myrtle Beach thing came out, I think a lot of people wished it or thought it might be live or wished it was live. So I think they're doing a good thing here to kind of make it like a, I imagine they're going to use the same cameras that they use for the tournament or utilize some of them for this event. So I think it's I don't remember how many people it is. I think it's 4 foursomes, and then it gets down to 4 guys going into the 9th hole, and the winner gets a really dope handshake, I think. I really actually don't know. I haven't read the fine print. I'm just trying to make it to 9, if I'm being honest with you. Just give me a shot.
I called FP. I was like, "Are you sure?" It's if you want to really go try and win this thing and want to get a legit caddy, Big Wave Dave or something, I wouldn't take any offense. He's like, "Bob, I just want you to talk to me about anything but golf. Just anything but golf." But I think it'll be fun. But it's interesting to kind of see where even golf is going, and then bringing this out there. Obviously, the Q was very, very successful, and I think it's the same guy who did Full Swing.
Oh,
Chad
wow.
Mumm, I believe, who did it. So it's going to be
Some
well
really
done.
cool angles about how fat I am, so that's gonna be sick. I think you're right, though. I think the attitude and the awareness from the tour and just professional golf as a whole, is seeing what we're doing or what the other folks in our space are doing, and it's cool. I mean, I don't think we ever. Maybe some of the other guys got into this for that reason. I don't think we ever got into this to change the game. I don't know if that was our goal. I think our goal was just to have fun with our friends and see where it went. It still doesn't feel when we go out and make a video like we're changing the game of golf. I don't feel that way on the first tee. I'm just having a good time.
A Santa hat
Yeah, it's
right
tough.
now.
That's changing the game right there. I mean, look, these guys are good golfers, but let's see them eat 50 cookies on the back nine.
We're
pretty
doing
easy.
as much for golf as we are for Major League eating, dude.
Pretty
We're
easy.
doing just as much.
I do think it's really cool though, because I think YouTube golf is just, it's just exploding, and to see initially I think the tour and a lot of different people, their kind of approach to it was maybe a little bit this is a bit of a joke, or maybe this is not something legit, and now I think it's really being embraced. Seeing Callaway put up a banner of Bob next to Xander after winning a major, is like pretty freaking wild, but it's so on brand, and I think it's so true because like the people who are watching are just golf fanatics and people who love it, and we feel that we're very relatable, and that's why we do well, because we're the same as you guys, and we're very blessed to be able to do what we do, and to see that the YouTube platform is just continuing to grow. It's really encouraging and really awesome.
I don't want to alarm anybody. The cake is melting at a really fast rate, so we got to do something
Can
about
we
that.
get
I
a
have
big knife?
Yeah.
2 of them, I think, actually.
Yeah,
One for the cake and
3.
one for this guy over here.
Make it a 3rd. Thanks.
Oh boy.
But I would love a slice of that. Thank you, Victor.
He's serious. Seriously.
No, what Joe's saying true, and then to piggyback off that, also too, shout out to Callaway taking a chance on us.
All right.
And I think they knew what they were getting themselves into, but they've really, really committed to it and backing us up. And then even like on their socials, like they'll put us up on their socials, and then we look at it, and you got to think there's people out there thinking, hey, who the fuck are these guys? Why are they up there? But they've really, really committed to it and to us. So I know we appreciate the hell out of that. So again, a big shout out to Callaway as well.
And stuff like this. I mean, this
Yeah,
doesn't
this
happen
is-
without them. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy when you see a post with like, I think I always go back to that golf bag where my tummy's kind of peeking out. I've looked at the comments. There's just like, who is this guy? This guy's just, what is this? What am I looking at? I'm like, there's some guy in Arkansas that doesn't even have internet that just like really likes, John Rahm, and he's just like, who's this fat ass? And why is he on my feed? And he's right. He's exactly right.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And then also another thing that we have coming out probably, I don't know when that, I think it's coming next week.
Why is he looking at me?
A challenge, Wheel of Drinks that out of all the challenge we do, people always ask like, what was the hardest challenges and stuff. We've had ones where we've gotten really banged up. I've never had a challenge where I don't remember filming, and that's coming where the 3 of us legitimately, after the 3rd hole, everything goes black, and we'll be watching that for the first time, which I look forward to.
It'd be cool. I'm gonna feel
Also-
like a viewer.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be seeing it for the first time too. The last shot I remember was we played the bear trap. It's the 15th hole, par 3. I did something just ridiculous. That's the last thing I remember.
I don't remember
We had
leaving
3
the
more
course.
holes. We got home.
I remember
Jet had to
everything
drive.
that happened after that. All of it.
Were we tough? Were we tough?
It was
to
fun.
handle?
You were tough to handle. It was pretty inappropriate. It was
Me?
wild time, and I was talking about the next day because I was in the cart with him, and I was like, "Dude, do you remember like how funny was it when we were talking about this?" And he was like, "What?
We
What
went to
did
dinner.
We talk about?
We went to dinner.
dinner.
No
we
business.
went
We
to
sure went to dinner.
a restaurant.
I don't remember.
I drove
any
your
of
car,
that.
dude.
You were
I
quiet
didn't
for the
drive.
2 hours we were there, and you probably had 5,000 chips. It was insane.
Well, in my defense, I hadn't. It was such a stupid decision. I didn't eat all day leading up to that, and then just
Yeah.
pounding drinks. We had this one shot on there. It was like a 99 proof, some shit that was behind the corner, and there's a video of us like going into the liquor store before, like behind the scenes, and like figuring what we were gonna get. And I'm sure it was like one of those situations where like the sales goal for the month was to sell like 2 of these shots, and the girl sold us like 6, and she probably was gonna get a big bonus because nobody buys these things, and they're like flavored 99 proof. We hit that on the course, and it was. I don't remember leaving the course. I don't remember getting to the restaurant. When I watch the video after they post it, it'll be the first time I remember what happened the last 3 holes.
It'll be fun to watch. It'll also be kind of horrifying to watch. I have a video when I woke up the next day. The first video I see was Perez like kicking a field goal with the beer can. Yeah, it's
I don't remember it, so it didn't happen.
so keep an eye out for that. Something that I want to do behind the scenes. You mentioned the behind the scenes. I haven't even talked to you about it. I know at some point the content's got to stop. We got to put it away. I think behind the scenes at Joe's wedding would be the greatest thing. I think without a doubt, I think you got to pull the trigger there.
We're gonna have to get you like a portable charging dock somewhere to just.
Yeah.
This guy's phone's gonna be on like 24/7, but
They're gonna think Bob is like a hired. Like,
yeah,
a
like the
hired-
videographer for
yeah,
the wedding.
Yeah, he's like a vendor.
I am excited about it though. It's gonna be a fucking blast. The fact that all these guys are there, and it's just gonna be an open bar, rowdy night, and it's gonna be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be so fun. But yeah, I'm down for that.
Bob craves the content so
that
much.
type.
I'm in this guy's wedding party. He's gonna have me hold a camera while this guy's walking up the aisle, dude. He's gonna make me go to work while this guy's getting married, dude.
I will say though, I think Bob's speech is gonna be epic.
Rush
Yeah,
me
if
wrong.
you know Bob, he's like when he gives like a speech, like he comes in heavy and like, but he's gonna roast the shit out of me. But there's also gonna be some like very sentimental shit. I think it's gonna be pretty freaking epic. Like I'm, you know, not to put a high expectation, but I do have a high expectation for that speech.
I'm ready. Yeah, it's got to be a mix of roasting you hard and then some sentimental. You know, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Marriage is tight, dude.
Perez will not be giving a speech.
By the way, one of my favorite things.
Put it
Good
on a
idea,
shirt, dude.
When they came up with
Marriage
the
is
idea,
tight.
yeah, dude, good things in mind.
We had a Breezy Invitational where we have, I don't know if you guys know Grill Guy on Instagram. He's a close friend who works with us well, who usually does like the awards and all that. And he wasn't going to be there, so we had Perez do the award ceremony. And you walk into the place and he's on like the podium. He's like, we got a driver for Mark, and he's just hammered to where I think we roll back Perez tomorrow for the Breezy Open. I really do.
Sick. Yeah, I'm in.
Again, Breezy Open, raffle tickets coming after. We're going to be jumping into a little bit of a Q&A now. So our guy Vin's going to be going around, I believe, if we have a mic for a little bit of a Q&A, and then we have trivia to follow. Yeah. Fire away.
Q&A.
we
Oh, we
go.
got
Oh,
hands.
boy.
Early hand.
Quick hand.
Gonna need some hands.
Hands?
Hands.
What's up, boys? When are we getting the Rom Taco Challenge?
Ooh, wow. That's a fair question.
I had the same question.
I actually think it's gonna Grant has played with him, and according to Grant, so this is not coming from us, but according to Grant, he actually wants to do something with us. We love him. He's awesome, and I think it would be amazing. And he told us actually the second time when we went for our Callaway social shoot that he was like all in on doing it. So I think a lot of these things, it just comes down to like finding the right timing. Obviously, during the middle of the golf season, it's hard. With some of the live guys, it's easier because their schedule's a little bit more open. But I definitely think that's one that we'll get in the next year. I think that's very, very possible, and it sounds like he's all in on doing that.
Step one would probably be us reaching out.
We really think that he's just going to hit us up to do a
and
taco
then,
challenge.
We'll
We
see where
are
it goes
lost.
after that.
I think 3 videos that are definitely on the radar is you got to get the Homer rematch.
The
tri-
end all
the-
be
The
all.
rubber
trifecta.
match,
The
yeah.
The
rubber
rubber
match.
The rubber match was looking for.
Best of 3, the Bryson, us doing the break 50 with him,
Yeah.
and then the ultimate golden goose would be Xander, who I don't
He
think
apparently
we've ever
said
wanted.
yes.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
likes busting our balls.
Yeah,
like
he
he
does.
likes. I don't think there's a better shit talker and guy that we have more fun with than Xander. To where 18 holes with him would be a blast.
I do have a text from Pat Perez that says, "Let's break the internet."
Now that's fun.
So that's a fun one. I think he'd be a blast.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a few guys who just get it. Xander, it's crazy because when you like the first time we met him, we didn't think that he was that crazy, like that like outrageous, because he doesn't show that on. A lot of these guys don't show that when they're playing because they're dialed in, but he busts balls like crazy.
Yes.
And he's hilarious.
Yeah, that would be golden. So we're on it, and next cue.
Cue.
So this question is for FP primarily, but before you actually officially joined the channel, like, when did it become kind of a real thing or a real possibility to you?
It's a good one.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think I ever, even when we made video, like when I came out and made some videos with you guys and even the foreplay match, I don't think I ever was like, I probably should have been thinking this way, or I just was like, never was like, this is a tryout, like this is my chance. I just was coming out and having fun. We'd gotten to know each other. It was a cool experience, I felt like. It's not like when you guys started this and it became a golf thing that it ever felt like there was a spot that was open. You know what I mean? I think, so it wasn't, you know, I wasn't applying for the job. I didn't ever feel like, I think when that Barstool foreplay video came out of our match and I just sort of saw the way that they edited that, and they can pick any way to do it, and just, you know, I felt like I was in it more than I expected to be, I guess. And then they premiered it, I think, so I could see like the live comments and stuff, and I was sort of like, whoa, this is kind of bizarre. And then, yeah, I think maybe at that moment I thought, like, I still didn't think I'd be with you guys, again, because it wasn't a spot. It would be like, well, maybe I should think about doing something. You know what I mean?
Well, we weren't going to let you go to Riggs.
Yeah.
We love Riggs, but you weren't going to Riggs.
Yeah, and I was like, no. He's like, would you want to just stay with the guys? I was like, absolutely. I was like, he's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna talk to Bob and we're gonna draw something up and we're gonna get you in here. And I was like, oh shit. Like, I got to see what this number is, and I
think
I got to figure this out. It's like, fuck.
Your exact words were, "You show me a check for $70,000, I'll quit my job right now."
$70,000 to quit my job right now.
I think that's what you said.
Yeah, it's pretty, you know. Yeah, and then I had to like sort of, you know, convince my wife that it was the right move. I don't think it was. Well, I mean, clearly it proved to be, but I don't think that was like the right adult decision necessarily. Like, I'm gonna give this accounting shit up and I'm gonna go play golf. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not. It doesn't really make any sense. But yeah, it's weird. I wake up every morning and I'm like, where the fuck am I? I'm like, oh shit, that actually, this last 3 years is actually true.
I think you having no expectations made it that much better, to where like people always ask, oh, who's going to be the fourth and whatnot. Obviously, it does make more sense to have four. It would have to be something that's like such a natural fit. The way FP came in, it was just a no-brainer. There was never any question about it. So I think that's always the way that it would be. But I think you having no expectations really did help. Here we are today. Good cue.
Yeah, very good.
Next cue, if there is one. Keep them firing. There we go.
The Q.
All right over here.
I miss Q. Do you miss Q?
Every day.
The barber? Yeah.
So just got a question. Are you still in contact with the Duke, and when can we possibly expect a rematch?
Great question.
Or if he's coming to Jupiter, or if he, going back to LA.
Duke's a little erratic, so he's hard to get a hold of. I would love him to come on an episode. Yes, I still talk to him, and it would be, to have him on would be amazing. He really is like that. And then when I saw him come to that first tee box and take that swing, my eyes lit up. It was the greatest. And I used to always love, there's these municipal courses in LA they used to love going to, because some of the characters that you stumble upon at like 11 a.m. on a Wednesday or something at a random time, some of the characters you see, it's always a content opportunity, so I always loved it. But yeah, I would love to see the Duke.
You always stumble across characters. It's like Bob's like a giant ringleader of a circus.
I think some people are looking at him like that too, quite frankly. Who's this guy?
Well, I think with Bob too, he has no hesitation. So I think like the first time we ever golfed together, when we had met at the hotel, he's like, "Do you like to golf?" I was like, "Yeah, who doesn't like to golf?" So he's like, "Let's go play. I'm not very good." And I show up, and I always wear like pretty crazy outfit. So I was like wearing all red, and I start walking, and he sees me, and he just takes his phone out. He's like, just walk a couple steps back and come back towards me. And I'm like, yo, this guy's fucking nuts. And so then I start walking. He's like, the Red Ranger here, Joey Colton. And it's like, I think because he has no shame, like he just goes right into it, it allows it to like cultivate and actually like breed. Whereas a lot of people wouldn't do that, just be like, yo, what the hell is this guy wearing, So Bob has an eye for it and sees it, and he's the best at what he does.
Appreciate that, Joseph.
True.
You actually, Jet put that original golfing with Joe and the tribute video to Joe today at the end. That Red
awesome.
Ranger fit.
I'd never seen the video until I didn't realize that was the first time you ever played golf.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd have to go to Duke, though. I don't know how you get on no-fly list, but I'm pretty sure he's on one.
Next cue.
Cool.
Hey, Bob, can we get a 2024 update on the Jackals?
Another good one. They
Jackal.
they play every season. So now with me being down there, I'm going to be at just about every single game. So they're gearing up for the fall season.
Fall ball.
Yeah, fall ball's coming. So my dad's been having a ball with it around Jupiter a lot of times. Like he goes to the supermarket and people notice him. And to me, that's like the funniest thing of all time. But yeah, fall ball, we will be ready to rock and roll for the Jackals. No
Didn't they
question
just
about it.
win?
Yeah, they just won the summer. So they're rolling. I'll let my dad know that you asked. That's great.
This is approaching a dynasty level type of
It
thing
is.
here.
Almost unfair. You got to ask questions. Okay, do we have one more? We'll do one more cue. One more cue, and then we'll hop to the trivia.
Let's do two.
We'll do two.
We'll do two.
When are we going to get Mikey V on one of the eating challenges with you guys?
That's a good question. The thing with Mikey V with his regular job, it makes it a little bit difficult, but I think we're all in, especially after we've seen just how committed this guy is on the Brilliantly Dumb show. So I definitely think in the next year we could definitely bring him in. People know who he is. There's a good crossover, so I think it'll work out. We got to do something preposterous for if he comes on and I'm down just to bury him in food. I want him to be crawling to the last couple holes. But yeah, that's a good point. I think we definitely try to get him integrated within something like that. I think it's a no-brainer.
I think we have one more down here.
What does the DoorDash bill look like after Joey D's bachelor party?
Hey, Jamie, pull up that DoorDash receipt.
We had, I think at any one time for meal, there were 3 different restaurants en route. I think we had P.F. Chang's,
Five
Guys, and Wendy's
yeah.
en route at one point. They all came, thank God, staggered. It would be a real shame to have those guys run into each other. I don't know how those guys talk to each other. Geez, these guys are fat, aren't they? The Wendy's Frosties Tower was one of the most absurd things. One of the greatest things and one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen.
We also had the first night or second night we were there. We had Grimaldi's. I've never seen that many pizzas for 12 guys. It was every guy had his own personal large pizza. There was 20 pizzas. It was ridiculous. So there was plenty of food to go around. I don't know what that bill looked like.
Bottom line is we got a problem. We're aware of it, for sure.
Definitive problem.
All right, we have some. Go ahead, Pop.
No, nothing. I got nothing.
We got some good trivia. We got some good gifts coming out here as well. I think we got merch going out as well. So the ticket's going to take this over. Trivia time. Your show here, Pop.
All right. Let's jump into it. I had way too many Red Bulls to confidently do this, but I'm going to do my best here. Fat Perez famously yelled what after his hole-in-one at the Breezy Invitational Chicago?
Wait, are we picking people or are we shouting?
I think we might need to do a hand-up situation. And
Should we
Bob
pick a
or
number
someone
one?
can pick. Yeah.
Go ahead, Pop.
I got right here.
Yeah, let Jeff pick him.
No, I got you right.
Heathered center.
Give this man a hat.
Give
Good
this
for
man
us.
a hat. Give this man a hat.
Sure.
The meaner you look, the more chance Jet calls you out.
No, he's a nice guy.
Maybe we do one
Who's
and
next?
done on the
So how are
wins.
we? Wait, just first hand up, right? Okay, all right.
Why does he have a mic?
I need your eyes on the first hand
I
up
got
every
you, I got
time.
you. Go
because
for
my
it.
eyes
Go
are
for it,
down
Pop.
here.
Go for it, Pop.
All right, ready to go on
My
number
eyes
2?
typically are use the
Next
ball.
question for the
All
podcast.
right, next question. I thought this was a wild question. Jet came up with a lot of these, but
Whoa.
Callaway ambassador Steph Curry has the NBA record for three-pointers made with 3,747.
True.
Who might be number 2?
I got one over here.
Fat.
That's incorrect.
Oh!
I got right here. Blue.
That's correct.
Great.
Give this man a hat.
Correct.
Jesus Shuttleworth.
Snag.
Good catch.
Hands. Let's throw a dozen golf balls at someone's.
I don't think
hand.
our
No, throw it.
hat.
Jed also thought Reggie Miller was the answer.
did.
So
I did.
Sure did.
God damn
you're
it.
in good company there,
I
my
so
friend.
confidently was like,
That's why I knew it was
wrong.
wrong. And he was almost as confident as you were, maybe more.
It's a tough scene.
All right, next one. Staying on the Callaway train, love our guys at Callaway. Name 4 Callaway pros who have been featured on Bob Does Sports.
I got him right there.
John, Ron, Xander Copley, Ben Movie, and Annika Soares.
Yeah,
That is correct.
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
right.
accept that.
That's right.
At first
He
he said
said
me,
me,
and I
which-
thought he meant him, but he
He
named
did. He
before.
said Rom, Xander, Minwoo, and
Don't
Man,
toss the ball.
a double
Do
dip.
not toss the balls.
Don't throw the
Throw
ball.
the ball.
No, I'm not. I wasn't
throwing
going
the
to throw
balls. Frisbee the balls.
Can I toss the hat first?
There we go.
Wow, that was a good one to answer there, young man. Getting balls too. All right, next one. At which golf course did Bob make his hole-in-one?
Oh, I was.
let's
Damn it! I wasn't paying attention. I did see you over here. That's correct.
PJ National.
That's correct.
Thank
PJ
you.
National.
Oh.
True.
Who's next? You got to lock in with me here because there's
I
a lot
got you,
of
fam.
You ready with the
Yeah,
eyes?
go
You
for
got
it. Go for
Okay.
it. Go for it.
In what city did Joey Coldcuts famously have his Fern Gully Forest meltdown?
Right here. Wow.
There it is.
Wow, Vancouver.
Fun fact, I am getting married at that same golf course.
It's only right.
I said that I would, in addition to paying the bill, I would
get
also
out a
pay
driver.
for the landscaping.
Which hotel did Bob and Cutsy, I'm tossing in there, myself too, meet at?
I got you. I got the back right there. So you got it right? Yeah.
Sure.
Four Seasons. What? We need an exact answer.
We need a
I think.
location.
Got to be specific.
We're over here.
Oh no, that's a different one.
That's a
We're
different one.
struggling now. He's halfway there.
Beverly Hills.
He's halfway there.
It's Beverly Hills.
And the road that it's on.
Yes.
Oh, she's got it over here.
We're just naming
knows.
LA shit now. It's just name something.
Sorta.
This guy's just throwing out
This
shit
guy.
now. I almost
Listen
want to
to this
give it to him
guy.
for just throwing shit out.
Get that man a hat.
That man a hat.
Starts with the W.
Yes,
There we go.
That's what we
You
were
were getting a
looking
hat
for.
anyway.
All right.
All right. Okay. Next one is where did Bob and Jet go for the first ever Bob Does Sports video?
Wow. Nope.
Somebody? Anybody?
One per person here.
Oh.
That's tough.
Did you already go? No.
Go for it.
Nope. Good guess.
That was a
Close.
good guess, but no.
Close.
This is tough to
Wow,
tough to
this
see.
is-
By the
can we
way,
give a
Golf
clue,
video or
Bob?
just
By
any
the way,
video?
it was
Jet
it was
asked
the
me.
first video. We got one over here. By the way, you guys,
Close.
everybody's got YouTube on their phones. Just pull it up here. Go
Close.
for it. No.
Yes.
Nope.
Great video.
Nope. Great video.
Not the answer, but a great video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Ivan the micro.
We got one over here.
Up.
Yes, where was
Nailed
it?
it.
That gets it.
Yeah, that
gets
gets it.
it.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And
Sheboygan.
by the
Whistling
way,
Straits.
that's where home of also what we call the Milwaukee Meltdown. We were at the airport and Jet was editing the video. It was the first ever Bob Does Sports, and the company that we work with doing things sent the slightest bit of feedback to him. To watch him melt down at the
True story.
airport was, I thought, one of the funniest things because the feedback was very, very minor and he lost it.
Was it worse than the Tahoe tirade?
Tirade was tough.
He also had Europe in the afternoon foursomes. That didn't happen.
Next question. Who's what's the question?
I actually.
What do we have coming in here? Hold the phone.
We got to give a
I was
bold
just
hard
about
question.
to say,
Little bit of a drum
I
roll
stand
here.
I stand
AI
corrected. We got
smoke.
another Callaway question. This one is for the AI Smoke Callaway driver. Thanks to Callaway for bringing that out. When did Callaway sign Bob Does Sports?
We need a month and a year. I got one over here. Go for it. Wrong. Go Give this man
Wow.
an AI
Smoked it.
driver.
Unbelievable.
The AI smoked it. He took that question. The AI smoked it.
Wow.
May your drives be as smoky as the air in Denver.
Pop, how many more you got?
I got quite a few.
Okay, I'm running out of hats
Whoa.
here.
Greatest
How many?
things
How
in
many?
Iron's
Better
history.
question. How many hats you got left?
I got
We got golf balls.
6, 7, 8.
We got a bunch of.
We got a bunch of hats. All right. Next question. What was the item Fat Perez ate in his first ever speed golf challenge?
He already. Wait.
Or just
you
in
got
his
one.
just
over here. Blue.
Taco Bell.
Nailed it.
True.
There it is. What? I thought somebody
People
said
forget
boom.
I won that speed golf.
Did you really?
Sure did.
Sure did.
Sure did.
One of the greatest
One of the
clips
great-
of all
Yes.
Almost
time.
died.
FP coming around,
Second
the
wind,
bend
baby.
on the drone,
Yeah.
catching a second wind after the taco.
that is one of my.
It's my
favorite
dad's
moments.
favorite clip.
Yeah.
He watches it every fucking time I'm home.
I remember you were like, he's going, Bob. He's going. He's got more.
Second wind. He's on his horse.
All right. Next one is what was the first drink or food used in a Bob Does Sports challenge?
That is correct.
Is that correct?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
100%.
beer. It was beer.
Scottsdale beer, and then we ran it with
Yeah.
with the hot dogs.
Hats.
Oh yeah,
fly
there
well.
was bacon and peppers.
It's bacon and peppers. All right. Next one is name the restaurant Cutsy worked at before leaving for Bob Does Sports. I saw him over here. I saw him
Okay.
over here.
Who you got?
No.
That's close, but no cigar.
Blue polo here.
What do you know the restaurant name was?
Damn. That was good. That was.
Well, Spago's is Wolfgang
Get the man a hat.
Yeah, it's
All right, it was cut.
Where are we going?
Yeah, I'm being a ball buster. It was
Transfusion
cut
ball. What a
steakhouse by
toss.
Wolfgang Puck. Yeah.
Tossed a couple hats in my day.
All right. Next one. How did the Jet get his nickname? I saw that, man.
I got right over here. That is incorrect.
No,
That's correct.
that's correct.
pace.
Yeah.
It was his
This
pace.
guy's going home with like 8 hats, dude.
Why'd you tell the story, Bob?
Yeah, it was during COVID, and the guy that I was working with at the time, he would get a little bit rattled when the videos would come in. The turnover time just wasn't great, and Jet would send in these videos. Every episode he would send me in my DMs videos. So finally, I started using them, and he just would send it. The second that a podcast would drop, there would be 5 videos in my DMs. Therefore, the Jet, and he hated it at first.
Yeah, worst mistake I ever made.
Yeah.
Wasn't your first nickname the Kid?
He called me the
That's
kid. It was a great
sick.
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was just so
Should've-
fast at my
should've been a
job
little
that it
slower,
changed,
dude.
dude.
Should have been a little slower.
Yeah.
But if you came around and everyone was just calling you Kid,
He would
No,
hate
but
it.
You
the
would-
kid, it's like Ken Griffey Jr. It's like
Billy the
pretty
Kid,
sick.
dude.
Yeah.
Benny the Kid.
Yeah, but you're the Jet, but people call you Jet. People just
No,
go,
I'm not.
"Yo, Kid,
Listen,
what's
there's
up?"
plenty worse nicknames to have. I'm good.
Sure,
I'm taking
sure,
Chief.
sure. Speaking of nicknames, the next one makes me uncomfortable. It's about myself. At which university did the Big Ticket earn his nickname?
White. I got white shirt all over it here.
Sure.
That's correct. Sure
Mountaineers,
is. Go Mountaineers.
baby.
The old mountaineer.
Hey, tell the story, Tick.
Hey, tell
Don't tell the story.
tell him, Bob.
Tell him, Bob.
We got 2 more hats over here.
2 more hats?
And we got
And a
a
wedge.
little Callaway gift.
Okay.
You got a text waiting for you. With
Okay, sounds good. I will get to that one after this one. Name the golfer most featured in Bob's Instagram story account outside of the Bob Does Sports team.
Oh, I think I know this.
And to call him a golfer is wild. He's a character.
No.
No,
It's not a
Not a
PGA
pro. It's
player.
not a pro.
JB Showtime.
Showtime.
Anytime.
Most of the
Featherston.
time.
That was fantastic.
Featherston.
He's got a John Daly swing that's not quite as good as John.
All right, we got one more Callaway question for a brand new, yet to be released in stores Callaway Opus Wedge.
Wow.
All right, how about that? Thanks to Callaway yet again. What Callaway wedges does Joey famously play?
That's
That's
correct.
absolutely correct.
Come and collect your prize, sir. Proud owner of a new lob
Collect
wedge.
your prize.
I will tell you,
There's no people.
I'm switching to the Opus, and they are sweet.
Joey Dawes hit some wedge shots.
All right, we got
Yesterday.
one more hat here.
All right, we got one more question. This was actually referenced earlier in the show. Before joining Bob Does Sports, what was Fat Perez's occupation?
True.
Nailed it.
Account.
I miss it.
All right, that does it for the hats. That does it for the trivia segment of the show.
Fantastic.
Okay, prize one for the Topgolf Original Challenge winner. That's going to be going to Andrew Weissman. Give it up for Andrew Weissman.
Ah. Where's he at? Oh, he's coming up. He's coming up.
Where'd he go?
Mr. Weissman.
Wow. And now we're going to be raffling off as well for 3 different Callaway clubs. That's 3 different Callaway clubs. We're going to be doing the raffle as well. Club 1 is going to be the RH Opus 56 degree. And we're going to raffle that off. FP, if you could go ahead and pick a name out of the hat there.
Hope you're right-handed. There we go. Oop, oop, deep, oop, there, oop, bam. James Blackford. James Blackford.
There we go.
Come on up.
Open.
A little bit of a delayed response.
You will not believe the spin you get with this thing. Special. All right, he's out.
For Club 2, RH Opus 52 degree S-Grind All Stock FP.
We're giving away a gap wedge here, people.
Love a good gap.
Again, hope you're right-handed. That would be Alex Johnson.
Whoa.
Alex Johnson.
Come and get a wedge.
Gap wedge. Gapping it. Enjoy, man. Yeah.
Everyone needs a gap wedge.
Jailbird.
Club 5, AI1 Jailbird All Stock.
Can I have this? Can I just take
That's a
it?
great
cruiser,
putter.
too.
Kind of want it.
She's got some weight to her.
Oh, this is a really good putter.
Big one.
Look at that girl.
Sam Langston.
Mr. Langston.
Sam Langston.
Come on up.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Is it Breezy Raffle?
This is for tomorrow,
for
right?
tomorrow?
So this
Am I
is going to
drawing
be
one-
for tomorrow, Breezy. You're going to
Oh,
name
this is
one
a big
name.
one.
One
Person's
guy's
gonna
getting
get
all
four.
four.
It's
Awesome.
going to get all 4,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So one name, it's going to be getting all 4 to take their friends to the Breezy Open tomorrow.
Somebody
Dig
just
Deep
got screwed.
Perez.
Somebody got screwed. That's on me.
Got Strag.
Still screwed. I got one in my hand. I got one in my hand.
Here we go, Stube.
I have
we do a little
one
drum
in
roll?
my hand. That's going to be Nick Schneck. Nick Schneck.
See you tomorrow, pal.
We don't have anything to give you, though, but you'll be there.
Yeah, either take the day off or quit your job.
Hey, work for you, Stube.
It works.
It works for some
Trust
better than
it.
others.
Don't tell your wife. Do it first.
See
He loves his wife.
you tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much to everybody coming. You guys rocked up.
Thank you.
Truly the best. Big shout out to Callaway. Big shout out to Topgolf for getting this all going here. And then for those coming to the Breezy Open, we'll see you tomorrow. But again, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. That has been another edition Bob Does Sports Podcast.
Love you
We'll
guys.
see you next time.
Wow.